helped him out. It put him maybe a little bit ahead, but it didn't end the game for you. But what we're seeing is just inadequate scouting. You know, you walk right past this 2-gate, and you don't really make note of it. You do clean up the zealot. So I'm back on ×4. The game's kind of sprinting forward. He actually puts down a 3rd gateway that you never scouted.
Ideal.
At the same time as his cybernetics core. This is telling us, this is like really retardedly fast to have these 3 gateways. This is telling us that he's going to do a 1-base build. And look how awesome he is. I think he actually walled that zealot in.
He is not awesome. However.
So, but I mean, he's got 3 gateways warping in before his cybernetics core even completes. This is an absolute indicator of 1-base aggression. So we know, hands down, bar none. If we just check, he is definitely 1-basing us. All we have to do is check, and your lings see it. They see the 3 gateways, and you know right now 1 base. Your drone scouts the robotics. You know right now 1 base, and you key up on that. You say, all right, he's going to do a 3-gate immortal push, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So he's going to do a 3-gate immortal push, and my response to that is going to be roaches? Question
and
mark.
lings.
Huh?
And lings, roach ling, because I thought he was going to, if he takes immortals, they're quite gas heavy, so he's going to have zealots with them.
Yep.
So I thought I needed a balance of roaches and lings. I was thinking about going banelings, like we said before, but I didn't feel I'd have the gas for it.
Okay. Roachling is alright against that unit composition. The immortals are going to murder your roaches, however, and the zealots are going to murder your zerglings. And that's not going to be a good day for you. What you would rather have, in my opinion, is Hydraling, because Hydras are going to murder the immortals, Zerglings are going to tank the zealots, and Hydras just do so much damage that everything's going to die.
Okay.
Hydras are very effective with with anything, as long as there's something there to kind of take the damage off of the Hydras. Now, importantly, he does not do an immortal push. He doesn't even make a single immortal. He's going to go straight up to Colossus, and we're not actually ever going to scout that. See, he puts down this. He chrono boosts the robotics without building anything in it. LOL.
No, just makes me feel worse.
And then when chrono boost expired, he started his observer.
This guy made me want to cry. When I watched the replay, I just wanted to kill, like, just delete it off my computer, just give it an NC2, man.
Oh, it's you know, we all have games like this. I have games like this. I played like this last night. I played against LZ Gamer last night. In my first game, I played pretty well, and then my next 2 games, I just played like fucking trash, and it was embarrassing, and I was angry. Anyways, moving on. So the robotics bay goes down. You've scouted the 3 gates. You think he's going to go immortal, so you've just made up your mind that you're done scouting for the rest of the game.
Yeah, this is the problem.
Okay, you can never be done scouting. Also, what's kind of pertinent here is that we haven't really droned well at all. We're 7 minutes into the game. I know it's still early, but you're sitting on 18 drones. You've got 2 gases, you've got your roach warren, you've got your spawning pool. I think that roach warren might be a little early, but however, seeing 2 racks pressure like that, I would have probably put 1 down also.
So when would I have had the time to drone? Like I haven't.
Well, it's it's tricky because we always say, we always say that when you determine that the toss is going to all in you, you stop making drones and you start making units, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I mean, you're up to 18. You've got 4 that are about to pop. So that's going to put you at 22. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play. I just want to kind of see how this pans out.
Terribly.
We're not scouting really. We're not scouting. We're not scouting. We're not scouting. What you need to be doing right now is poking up and down this ramp with your Zerglings, so you can see his army. And now his army is going to come down 8:30, and he's going to kill a couple lings. And you see 4 zealots, a stalker, and a sentry. That he's starting to kind of get aggressive with. And he's got a Colossus on the way. You've gone up to 28 drones, which I think is awesome. And at this point, this is something we've talked about before. The instant he challenges you for map control, you have to start making units, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
I get in. I see the robotics bay. Don't you see that with my ling?
Yeah.
So now I think Colossi are coming.
Yeah, well, and you're correct. So you see the Colossus. Roach Ling is actually probably the best bet you're going to have against this unit composition. You've droned up about as much as you're going to be able to. So I mean, at this point in the game, we haven't scouted well enough, but we're okay. I don't think it's a loss yet. You're in okay shape. You've got some economy. Go ahead.
I think I'm about to make a round of drones. I think that's going to cost me the game.
Well, let's see. I'm going to back it down to ×2. I'm at 856 right now.
Okay, I'm a minute ahead of you. I'll wait for you.
All right. Okay. So you've started roach production. I'm at 920. His first Colossus just popped out. One base Colossus is so okay. Now you're starting to make a drone. I'm gonna just pause here at 950. Or I'm gonna pause at 956 when I get to it.
Cool.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And you did make a big round of drones. There's 7 drones coming right now. What do we know right now? 956. What do we know?
That he hasn't got an expansion, he's got a 1-base Colossus, that he's all-inning me effectively.
Okay, you know he hasn't expanded. You have an Overlord right outside of his natural. You don't see a Nexus there. You know that he has not expanded. Joel, you know that he has not expanded.
Oh, I know.
Joel, if he hasn't expanded, what is he doing?
He's gonna come kill me. Building an army.
Exactly. Joel, if he's building an army, what do you need to be doing?
Building an army.
Yeah, and not building 7 drones.
So the problem is,
go ahead.
Sorry, my rationale was, like, do excuse me, like, a little bit. Like, I understand completely where you're coming from, and you're absolutely 100% right. But in the heat of the moment, I was thinking, God, if he just built up an army and then he just ports down here and he just expands behind it, I'm really behind economically.
Why?
Because I haven't made any drones.
Before these drones pop, you have 7 building right now.
Yeah, we're even, aren't we?
You have 29 drones right now.
Yeah.
Y'all are even.
I guess it's better for me because I'm on 2 bases. So
you're on 2 bases. You have 2 bases of production. You are saturated in your main. Actually, to be completely honest, you could be mining a little bit more efficiently because you're technically a little bit oversaturated in your main.
Oh.
You have 16, 17, 18. Yeah, actually no. You're okay. Your saturation's fine. You do have 4 guys mining gas on one of your geysers, so your economy could be. Basically, I can't be critical of this. You're okay. You're in good shape. But the important detail here: you're saturated on 1 base, and then you have a little more, right?
Yeah.
You're saturated plus some. You're saturated in your main, and then you have a little bit extra coming in your natural. You are a base ahead. He does not have an expansion. The only way you can lose this game is A, he builds an army and comes and kills you, or B, you allow him to expand and then give him the time to saturate his expansions. Even if he goes and puts down a Nexus right now, well, let's just forget that thought. You're mining on 1 base plus. You have full saturation plus. All right. He does not have any extra income. Maybe it would be a good idea to send a Ling around the map and just check all the other expos to make sure he hasn't hidden one somewhere. But you're ahead economically. There's no question. There's no debate. You're mining more efficiently than him. You're bringing in an extra 100 minerals per minute. Your lead is small, but it is enough of one to win you this game. All right. Yeah. So you don't need to become any more economically ahead than you already are. Does that make sense?
I need to live.
You have enough of an economic advantage to get you there. There's no need for you to drone up any further yet.
Okay.
He can keep building probes all day long if he wants. His saturation is not going to get any better. He's fully saturated.
Okay. So my rule is I've just got to saturate 1 base and have a little bit on the second one, and then spread them out evenly, and that's me done.
I mean, I don't want it to sound like concrete, but I mean, what I want you to understand is you are ahead. He is very obviously planning an all-in. Your priority has to be to not die to the all-in. And making 7 drones is not a step in that direction. Making 7 drones is actually very greedy and very dangerous. Now, if these 7 drones finish and he doesn't come and attack, then your economy is even better and you're even farther ahead. And everything I say is just, I mean, all the points are still just as relevant, right?
Yeah.
Because you're already ahead. These drones are just going to make you ahead more. You know, they're win more units in essence right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that phrase, win more?
Unfortunately, I have. I tell you this all the time.
Okay.
When you're ahead, get more ahead.
Right, right, right. So, but they don't address the danger of this you know, all-in that's coming. So if those 7 drones were instead 7 roaches, then you would be sitting on 11 roaches and not 4 to his 1 stalker, 6 zealots, 1 colossus, and 1 sentry. So I'm at 956. I'm going to go ahead and hit play on ×2. We're going to see what happens again, because we actually already know, but we're going to watch it anyway. He actually adds a 4th gateway, so he's going 4 gate colossi. And here your lings see this. You try to engage the colossus and you just lose a couple lings. Maybe that engagement wasn't ideal, but it certainly didn't cost you the game. And so I'm going to pause at 11 minutes as soon as 11 hits. 11. Okay, so you are focusing the colossus. This is correct. You started making units as soon as your lings spotted that he was pushing out. That was correct. What would have been more correct would have been producing units this whole time, because you know that he's not expanded. You know that he has to do something. Now let's play some theorycraft for a second. What if your overlord spots a nexus? Then what?
Then he's gonna push at some points. I can have some units, but I need to check his army composition. I need to check how much he's got.
Yeah, but if he puts down that nexus, he's telling you, all right, I'm going to try to take this game into a little bit farther. I'm planning ahead. I'm taking another step. So then you can start to think about making drones again. But you don't need them until then. Right?
Okay.
I just really want you to understand that the extra drones that you made weren't necessary.
Yeah.
So anyways, so here he is. You're focusing down this first colossus. That's awesome. That's exactly what you want to be doing. You have 10 roaches. If you had 7 more roaches, would this fight even be close?
No.
If you had 7 more, right now it's 64 supply to 73. So really, if you had 7 more roaches, it'd be -7 for the drones, +7 or +14 for the roaches. So it'd be 71 to 73 right now, which would be a lot closer just supply-wise. But I mean, look at this. I'm going to go ahead and back it down to faster, or normal speed even, on 11 minutes. I'm going to hit play. So this Colossus is running. You're chasing him, and you do pick him off. You could be controlling the roaches that you have a little bit better to be more efficient against these zealots. Second Colossus shows up. Alright, so I'm going to pause here at 11 minutes and 18 seconds. Alright, you've defended okay. You've got 4 roaches left. He has 5 zealots and a colossus, and of course he's got stalkers that are starting to come and reinforce. You know, so it's starting to look kind of bad. But if these 4 roaches were 11 roaches, it's looking bad the other way, right?
It's even better than that because I do more damage in the first engagement.
Exactly, and you've got these 9 roaches that are building. Now these guys are probably going to pop if you'd had those extra 7 roaches. So I'm going to go ahead and put it up to ×2, and we'll just watch as he cleans this up with zealots. You are finally starting to micro your roaches. Had you been doing that the whole time, you might have even held just given what you had. Rally point causes you to take some extra damage. And then look at you're attacking on this ramp. Do you remember yesterday attacking on the ramp in the ZVT? Joel?
Sorry, ZVT? Yesterday? Sorry?
Or the game on Metalopolis, right? That was you. Where you attacked up the ramp.
I did ZVP. We did ZVP yesterday.
Who did I do ZVT with? That wasn't you.
Not me.
Okay.
No. As a rule, I don't like ramps, but I felt like he was just killing everything.
Yeah, you're right. But let's just just note this here at 11 minutes and 50 seconds. You have 1, 2, 3 roaches that are fighting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roaches that are just ramming their heads up each other's asses.
Yeah.
You see this?
I do.
This is heart-wrenching to witness. And now you're finally moving forward. You know, just bad positioning, little things like that. You know, even with the extra units that you, or the extra drones that you made when you probably shouldn't have made, you almost held those. You know, so.
With a micro.
Yeah, micro would help. Cheesy rubbish.
I know. I was raging by this point.
I can kind of relate, but I mean, you should never lose to one base Colossus. And I say that, but honestly, it was about last Saturday in the TL Open. Root Cats lost to one base Colossus, so I guess it does happen from time to time.
Out of interest, who did that?
So, but I mean, still, you have to recognize the all-in sooner, and you have to adequately respond. We always
Yeah.
talk about being adequately